Going into this new year, the mood, the purpose, the idea is authenticity. Living in your authentic self. Whatever you do, whatever you're making, creating, whatever it is that you're called to do, you need to do it authentically and do it to the best of your ability. I think that is so important. I think that's going to be the thing that fuels you and moves you forward. If you're creating any sort of project, do it authentically. If you're taking on a new hobby, new skill, do it authentically. If you're making videos, making content, do it authentically. Don't let any trends, don't let any other person's version of authenticity drive you or fuel you to do things. Just do whatever you feel is the most authentic version and most authentic thing to you. Oh, that's going to be so amazing, and I see it already. I see people flourishing, and I see myself flourishing just for being my authentic self. Authenticity is something that is missed in mainstream media and mainstream art, especially when it comes to music and movies. It's like everybody wants to be hit makers and big blockbuster creatives, but that's not really, that shouldn't be the goal. The goal is to make something that's authentic, that's unique, that's passionate, and that can stand the test of time. I want something that can stand the test of time, not something that people like one day and then, they give it some time and they don't like it and they want to like destroy it. I think great art, people who are considered icons or innovators of our time, are the people who are authentic to themselves and are authentic to their vision. I think authenticity is lost, and it's something that people forget about when it comes to creating and when it comes to just living. Most people are living the lives and living the versions of themselves that other people wanted them to, and who live in the version of the people that raised them, and that sucks. That can be such a unfulfilling, uninhabited form of living and uninhabited form of love. Why would you want to be anywhere near that? I think it's going to be really cool, the things I see people creating and the things I'm creating and the projects I'm doing. And I want to help as many people do that as possible. I want everybody to be living their authentic version and being their most authentic self. I want to surround myself with people who are their most authentic self. Oh, it's going to be so cool. I think the social media that's going to see that heavily is YouTube. And this is why I love YouTube, because I can just put on a camera. I don't have to do all this crazy editing. I don't have to do vlogs or anything. I'm just picking up the camera and talking to it because that's just what feels natural. And people can ask me questions and do any sort of comment that they choose, and I can respond in the best way possible. And people can send me emails, and it's it's gonna be a push for authenticity when it comes to writing, when it comes to music, when it comes to movies, when it comes to blogging, whatever you choose to have as your medium. It's going to be a push for authenticity and the most authentic version of yourself. And if you don't know who that is, figure it out, and allow people to watch you figure it out. Because if you're not, if people will see when you're not being genuine and you're not living authentically, and it's so easy to pick out. But if you're in tune with that and you're in tune with your most authentic self, it's going to shine, and people are going to gravitate towards that. And I think that's I think that's super important, because not only are you going to shine, it's going to allow other people to shine with you, and it's going to give other people the nod to do it themselves. And the more we see people living in their authenticity, the better art, the better science, everything is going to be so much better if people are living authentically. We don't want to have artists who hate making art. We don't want to have directors who hate directing. We don't want to have doctors who hate being doctors. No, we want people doing the things that they love doing and doing the things that align with who they are, not with what other people want them to do. That's how we end up with awful people and awful experiences. And we don't want that. We don't want that at all. Shoot, I was called this year to put out a book, and I put it out in October. And I'm so happy and so grateful that I did that. And I'm gonna be promoting it over the next few years. And I don't think when it comes to my authenticity, I think I'm mixing mediums and I'm doing different things in order to fuel my creativity. But I'm also writing and helping other people craft their vision and craft their ideas, and that's something I enjoy doing because that's the most authentic version of me. I'm very critical, I'm very analytical, and I think that should take a back seat, and I should just help people create what's most authentic to them and the best thing that they can come up with. I think that's super important. If they ask for my critique, yeah, I'll definitely give it, but I don't think that should be the first thing I should do. Um, I really think I should focus on my projects this year, but also help other people, create their projects and create their visions for certain things. It's going to be so wonderful, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so happy that I am at a place, and I'm figuring out in my early to mid 20s that um, just figuring out how to live in my most authentic self and what's most authentic to me. For a second there, I was kind of lost and I couldn't figure it out, and I'm still kind of teetering back and forth trying to figure out what I want, but I'm becoming more comfortable in that. And I'm becoming more comfortable in just saying, hey, I want this, and going for it, and not just getting scared of what other people think or what other people have to say, because I don't know these people and I don't know what they're going through. I don't know if they're living in their authentic self, so why would I worry about if they look at me strange if I'm doing what makes me happy and brings me enjoyment? I think it's super important for us to just be our most authentic self and live in that, because it won't, there will be no wrong. There's no wrong answer.